Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle from Warhammer 2. So this time this is a tournament battle. It's from Sodex's Tabletop tournament, the challenge of the old ones. Which the format is, you pick a faction, you pick a standard army and you only bring that. You are not allowed to change anything. So you have to take into account all of the possibilities and almost every other faction that you're gonna come up against. So you really need a little bit of everything, like you need a little bit of large, you need a little bit of anti-large, and you know what I mean. So you just can't go with a heavy build that's supposed to be killing a lot of ranged. You have to take into account like hard-hitting melee factions and you know, stuff of all that sort. So for my first match it was me and my Vamp accounts against Professor Pond's Chaos, which is a hard matchup for Chaos, I gotta be honest. I've showed once on a previous battle of me on how you're supposed to deal with that, but Pond didn't know that, like didn't know who he would run up against in this tournament. If you know that you're gonna be playing Chaos against Vampire accounts, you bring a specific build, you might win. But in this case it was a little bit of hard for him. So for my army we got 2 units of Fellbats in the air. We also got the Dire Pack and the Dire Wolves, because I knew that I would need backline harassment into every faction. It doesn't matter who I'm gonna be playing against. We also got a unit of Blood Knights just with 1 Chevron. We also have a Terrorgeist up on the air, a front line of Skeleton Warriors with some Skeleton Spearmen on the flanks, and 2 units of Graveguard weapons along with the Sternsman in the front as our anchor. We also got a White King on foot, because I also brought Kemmler with just the Invocation of Nehek, Raise Dead and Dance Macabre, alongside Krell and the Cloak of Mist and Shadows. And yeah, Kemmler I mean, is quite squeezy, so if you get to lose him you need a second leadership guy, which is why I bring this White King always on foot, because it makes it easier to escape through all the cheap stuff of the Vampire accounts. Also a unit of Necromancer over here as a zombie battery, which I did a mistake. It was a rule break actually. You can't, you're not supposed to bring 2 spells, the same 2 spells. You're only supposed to bring 1, so Sodek and Professor Porn are gonna realize that I did the rule break, but it saved me that Professor Porn didn't want to contest it, because I didn't even get I got 1 summon with that Necromancer, and I got 3 overall with Kemmler, so there was like, yes, there was a rule break, but it wasn't like that big of a deal, overwhelming difference. So yeah, for the next matches, if I get through, I'm gonna be removing that skill and I'm gonna have that Necromancer just sitting there without doing anything. So for Professor Pond's forces, he's got 2 units of Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes, some wolves to back them up with poison. He also got the Summoners of Rage over here on this flank, alongside with more poison warhounds to back them up into any fight, and a huge, really hard hitting, not that huge, I guess it's just Marauders, 7th up Marauders, 4 of them. Also the Mirror Guard into the center with their unbreakable effect, not unbreakable, immune to psychology, so they will be able not to get terrorized, and they're gonna be quite a formidable frontline choice. And in the back we got some Chosen with great weapons, which are one of the, not one, I think they're like the best unit in the game in terms of 1v1, except the Regiments of Renown, for example, Crimson Killer and stuff like that. I'm talking about straight on normal units. We also got a Sorcerer of Death over here on his horse, and he's gonna be rocking the Fate Ibuna, Soul Blight and the Spirit Blitz alongside with the Forbidden Rod, and this guy is heavily armored, so he's gonna be doing some really good work into the front lines. He's not gonna be having some problem fighting there. For his lord, he's got Kolek Sun Eater with the Lord of the Storm, Standard Die and the Star Crusher. So really spooky stuff. So the battle is gonna begin immediately. I'm gonna notice the Summoners of Rage over here. I'm just gonna be screening a little bit with these guys over here. I'm gonna expect for Professor Pond to pick the engagement. I spread my forces in the front. I just let the enemy engage. We also try to get a nice breath over here. That terror guys took like forever to turn and get that breath, so he's gonna turn now, get the breath off, which is not gonna be that great, because I was trying to make it a little bit better as he was trying to advance. More Marauders are gonna be collapsing in. I keep my Graveguard in reserve. I don't wanna engage yet. I get an early charge over here with the Blood Knights, and I'm gonna pull back. Obviously, I'm just trying to bait the Summons of Rage into coming to me. A lightning is gonna go down from Kolek over here, and he's gonna be going straight for Kemler. I'm gonna pop immediately as I see him the Cloak of Mist and Shadows alongside the Undeath Resurgent, and also summon Krell and send the Terrorgeist in on top of my troops to go after Kolek, and they're gonna start doing some good work against him. So over here the Summons of Rage are gonna be coming in. I'm gonna realize that. I'm gonna send the Dire Pack alongside the Direwolves, and also the Blood Knights are gonna collapse over here as well, charging with from within my own lines, as you can see, and we're gonna be doing some really good work over here. The Dire Pack are able to do some massive work against these unarmored Summons of Rage, which are gonna be occupied fighting the Blood Knights on this front, so those huge sticks of damage from the Dire Pack are gonna be coming in handy. So in the front line, Kolex is escaping at the moment. We're gonna pull the Terrorgeist back. On this side, the line is holding. The Chaos Sorcerer is gonna come into the front line to fight. The Chosen have come here, and they're just gonna start chopping some zombies down. Not an effective trade, but they're gonna chop through that quite easily and just get to the rest. In the back, the Fellbats, I just sent them after the Marauder Horsemen just to throw them off. I don't meet them in here shooting my Blood Knights or the Terrorgeist. Kolek is gonna come after Kemler over here. He's gonna get really some good hits in him. I don't have the Cloak of Isa at this moment available, so I'm just gonna be summoning some zombies, sending the Terrorgeist and the Blood Knights to block his way. We're gonna get a few good hits. He's gonna try to get the hell out of here, so I'm just gonna try to send my Blood Knights back to the Summoners of Rage, who are still quite healthy. So yeah, the Blood Knights will not get through that easily. As you can see, most of them are stuck up here, so I'm just gonna try to pull back in order to pull all of that stuff over there and then just send them in again. Although the Summons of Rage have already broken, they're gonna be coming back. They're quite healthy still. Kolek is gonna be coming right back in. Kemler is quite healthy over here. He's just being Spiritless, but the Invocation of the Heck is able to just out-heal that thing. The Terrorgeist is dropping on Kolek again. The Balance of Power moving massively in my favor. The Summons of Rage have come back, and the Blood Knights are just gonna move in for a nasty charge into the back of Kolek. They're not gonna be doing that much of a damage. They don't have the greatest of armor piercing capabilities, so we're just gonna pull back, just wait for Kolek or the Summons of Rage to come back and fight into a huge pitch fight with the Terrorgeist providing some Overwatch support. So the Blood Knights are gonna just countercharge the Summoners of Rage, doing some good work on the impact, and as you can see, these guys are almost gone. Kolek is gonna be standing behind, just fighting alongside his Dragon Ogres over here, but these guys, like 2 models remaining, and they're just gonna be left 2 bits. The Terrorgeist gets a really good breath over here on top of Kolek, chipping out almost like 1000 HP. I failed to show you that, but it really did work. Blood Knights are gonna wrap around him, so he won't be able to escape. And my Terrorgeist saturated on top of Krell over here, who's gonna be doing all of also some good work, although he's just gonna get punched back into the other side of the map. But yeah, the Dire Pack just is gonna be overwhelming force over here on top of these summoned zombies, and Kolek is just gonna succeed. I'm gonna pull the Blood Knights back in order to go cycle charge those kills chosen with great weapons, and I'm just gonna leave the Dire Pack to chase down Kolek, honestly. The Fellbats still doing some great job, although they haven't still managed to get to these guys, but Kolek, I think he's about to shatter anytime soon. And yes, he's shattered, so that's gonna cause army losses penalty to the rest of his army, and the vampire accounts are gonna be claiming victory. So GG to Professor Pon. I gotta say, this is like almost an impossible match for Chaos to win because of the Terrorgeist and the initiative they have up on the air. And if you don't know that you're playing up against them and you bring like a random build like this one, which is supposed to be good overall against any faction, yeah, it's really not gonna perform well. You need like a different build to deal with the vampire accounts. So Kemler did quite well, just making me proud, staying alive and just providing buffs to the whole army and getting the hills done. Skeletal Warriors just did their part, just be in the front line, get some kills. The Graveguard with great weapons, also great job, just getting some decent amount of kills. And the Sternsman, as always, just holding like an anchor against the Chosen over here, because the Sternsmen were fighting the Chosen, so that was quite a bad matchup for them. The Blood Knights just taking out the Summers of Rage, and also pretty much all of the other chaff on the right flank was quite great for me. The Fellbats did their work, just throwing off the Marauder Horsemen, just keeping them away from me. And the Dare Pack, I was really happy with them, and how they dealt with both the Summers of Rage and also Kolek in the end, hunting him down. And the Terror guys, nothing can be said about it. It's just a pure powerhouse most of the time. So yeah. For Professor Pon, as I said, it was just not the right build, and he couldn't possibly have known that. Kolek did quite well, 100 kills, the Chosen did also great, and the Mirror Guard as well. And even the Chaos Marauders did look at that, 134 kills, 104. And I didn't get so many summons off, I only got like 2 or 3 summons, so most of these kills are actually like somewhat quality against Skeleton Warriors, Spearmen, and actually Graveguard. So yeah, quite a great job on Professor Pon's end over here. So that was it, guys. Oh, the Mirror Guard, 129 kills, nice. So that was it. I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. Feel free to subscribe if you're not, and hit the notification button. And stay tuned for the rest of the tournament battle. The next battle is gonna come in soon. So yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.